So hey everyone, so I am back to my old history and future of countries chart, and now I'm gonna be looking at Germany. Prior to many of you, it's England. Now I'm gonna be showing you the region of Germany. Many of you know this area is Germany. I'm gonna be in this chart showing you the world wars and etc. One thing. Let's just go out of all this stuff. Now let's see the geographic position of Germany. Now I am showing you that Germany is actually this sort of thing here. So you can actually see this, and so there is this area which is probably most of German people, but this is the Germany area. This is also where Germania, the first tribes, lived. We begin at Germania, which the Romans called barbarians, and they were really good warriors. I mean, they shouldn't be called barbarians. I know that's extremely funny thing, but they lived somewhere around Netherlands, Belgium, and a little of France and a little of Poland. They were around there. And these were the first kind of a nation of Germany. Ex-Germany. So this is Germania. It had no flag, that's why I've given a question mark here. They might have a flag, but we might not know. So that's the thing. Because they just gave archaeological records. We didn't even have speculation to state that. Although there might have been also no flag at all. So we might be looking at that. So after Germany ended in 800, actually there was nothing like, it was nothing like that the Romans took control or any other foreign ruler took control. That's because Germania was a pretty good tribe at warring and trading off. They also had trade with other barbarian kingdoms, which Romans called over the north. So they were actually pretty good at foreign relationship. Again, without Rome. But with Western Roman Empire collapsing, Germania took control of that region. I had to also point out that they had some conflicts in the east and west. In the east, some Germanian princesses, a prince took control of this area. So this is the official map from then. With the fall of West Rome, Germany took more parts and became civilized by Christianity. So Holy Roman Empire started 800 to 1800. It was around that time. So 800 to 1800 is the time when the Holy Roman occurred. This means that Holy Roman Empire survived for 1000 years. Now, historians like to point out that the Holy Roman Empire was neither Holy Roman or Empire. Its correct name should be German Confederation. So, why is it not a Holy Roman Empire? Why is it the German Confederation? Any word of that doesn't mean anything. Let's just see. So you might have known the forms of government, union, confederation. I haven't yet make confederations video, but I will probably make that. And if you support me more on Facebook, more on that later. So let's see. And when the Holy Roman Empire fell, it was because of that guy who ruled 18th century Europe and bust everything and killed the British on their ports and didn't allow any navy to go there. Yup, it's Napoleon. So Napoleon fell the Holy Roman Empire because they were supporting the UK. So they made their vassal known as the Rhine Confederation, and this is what it goes. So we can say that the French Empire took control, and it was the Holy Roman Empire now. But it can't occur since we have to take one thing for account, that is that the history of France had been never connected with Germany except for the EU and the Empire of Charlemagne. I didn't say that. So actually, Holy Roman Empire was a part of Frankish Empire. It might have had a flag, but I just don't know. I know that it had a flag. You can maybe try it on Wikipedia so that get that from other sources. I mean, it's just I hadn't been used as a source or something like that. So East had no flag. The eastern part of the empire had no flag. The middle had the Holy Roman Empire's official flag, and the West Empire had a fleur-de-lis flag. You guys know what is the fleur-de-lis? Oh, I mean, of course you have. Otherwise, why are you checking this history channel? So, let's look at this. Austrian Empire started also took control, since Central Europe was protected by the Holy Roman Empire to protect all the Catholics, etc. So now Austria took control because it was the dominant empire at that time. Now it formed Austria and the Fifth Republic of France. You already know that because you have watched my Facebook and YouTube videos about that. So let's just go out of that. All of this. So it gave the real German people a new country known as Prussia. Now, keep in mind one thing about this chart. Well, Prussia and Austria had some connection, not like in the direct line, but I mean they were the dominant countries in Central Europe, or to be more specific, modern day Germany. So Prussia, which reigned a nice 100 plus 160 years, had been like that. So they had been fighting to unify Germany. Anybody will be unify Germany, but they just didn't know whom. Turns out it was Prussia that unified the entire north of Germany. It was called the short-lived country known as the North German Confederation, until the south was also unified by the father of the nation. So let's just go now like that. Okay, let's just go like that. So his name was Otto or something like that, but I forgot about his name. We don't even need to care about him that much because it is a small period of thing. I mean, it's not just the second German Republic Confederation, German Confederation, Federal Republic of Germany, Second Federal Republic of Germany, that didn't have anything. So we were here, but time to look at a quick look at something, which I am going to say why was the Holy Roman Empire neither Holy Roman or Empire. This is the type of funny comedy shows, and let's just look on it. Holy Roman Empire was neither Holy Roman or Empire. Now let me explain why they call this Holy Roman Empire without any reason. After all, there is a reason behind anything. Holy turns not that they were a real descendant of the Jerusalem where Christianity rised, but they instead were crowned by the Pope, and that's nothing like that their empire. Okay, now let me explain their system. There were various duchies, etc., on the Holy Roman Empire various principalities, and those were the main part of the Holy Roman Empire. So the Holy Roman Empire had various of kings, duchess, etc. Those were elected by their people. Those elected some houses. Those elected some people who will elect some houses which will decide the king. So that's a long system. So here's what happened. Holy and Roman, because they thought that they were the legitimate successor to the Roman Empire, but they were not, since they were not at all connected to the Roman Empire. So the empire meaning came to refer that they were a big state. And this is because they thought they were a Roman Empire, and hence this empire part stick with Roman. But they aren't a Roman Empire. The correct name should be German because of the German people who elected them, and Confederation meaning German Confederation. That's the correct name. Okay, I took a quick look on it. Now let's go. Also, Switzerland, the country which we call the neutrality hub, which produces cheese and chocolate for the most famous, is... Wait, I forgot. That's Switzerland, because of course it is. So, Prussia, we were at Prussia. So when Prussia's success, the entire unified them, they formed the German Empire, 1860 to 1921, until World War I was lost by German Empire. So hence German Empire lost all of its territory into the newly formed regime of Germany that was old. This was 1921 to 1933, a really short period, until World War II started, when Nazi Germany took over and led by Adolf Hitler by a revolution. Nazi Germany, the Third Reich, 1932 to 45. That's also a smaller period of time, until Germany started again, 1945 to 2020. Surely this will end if you are watching it 2021. And if you are watching it to 2100, leave a comment below. So let's now see the plugin where history ends and future begins. So Fourth Reich might happen, but this time I am not saying of that torturing soul. Okay, let's just go out of all that and think that they on the bright side, that they are gonna actually protect Europe and hence make this. No things to worry if you are at 2060. So there are two possible scenarios. The Dooms game, or to be more precise, I have given it on all my charts, so I will call it the Dooms game. Choose one of these. Ready to choose? Okay. If you choose this one, then you are gonna terraform other planets and survive for the end of the universe. Whatever. And if you choose the other one, die with nuclear war. So this was a quick overview over Germany's history and all of Germany. And make sure to subscribe to my channel known as Mihran's Orbit. And also, I've recently made a page known as Mihran's Orbit at Facebook. So check out that to find many lives that I'll make. So this is Study on Germany. Bye bye.